Hey folks, I'm Bill Langer and you're watching Traditional Adventures TV. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We really do appreciate it. Today we're going to be working with my son Ben. He's building a forge. He makes knives and he needs to do some cutting with a torch. I'm not sure what he's got planned here. I'm hoping he'll explain it to us. What do you got going on, Ben?
Cut some slits. I already tried with an angle grinder, but it didn't really work. So we're gonna use a oxyacetylene torch.
Now, what's the point of that? You got a brake drum there. What just took that out of the scrap pile out back?
Yeah.
And what's cutting the vents or holes in it gonna do?
It's gonna open up an airway so air can get to the coal.
Cool. Show him the knife you built. It's pretty good. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know.
Really proud of my kids. When I was a kid, I was doing this at a very young age, maybe 12, 13 years old. Was putting lift kits on trucks when I was 15, 16, changing transmissions, doing brake jobs, and so many kids don't do it these days. I mean, it's 2020 and my son's building a forge, building knives, you know, using torches, can run equipment. Pretty proud of him, and all it takes is just taking him out to the woods. That's it. Taking them to the shop, taking them with you to work, teaching them how to cook and clean and fend for themselves, and that's a lost art. Just the simple, basic things we learned in home economics and shop in school. The kids don't get these days, and it's sad, really. And we really need to bring that back into our school systems. Let me show you a trick. You can reignite this by, you got to turn the oxygen off. No, turn the oxygen off. Leave the gas on. Leave the gas on. See that? Yep. You can reignite it from the hot metal. So you only need to use a striker once.
I think I'm all good.
Good job, Ben. Well, it's not pretty, but it'll work. Now that's to get air through to your homemade forge, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. That'll do it. Let's get it home and put it together. So we're back home here, and Ben's outside working on his forge. I'm not sure how it's all going to come together, but I'll give you a little shot of what he's working on. Kids these days, you never know what they're getting into. So now Ben's getting ready to weld the piece that he made out of the brake rotor. I called it a brake drum before. I don't know why, but it is a brake rotor. But anyways, he's getting ready to weld this up. After he rakes the leaves up, gonna weld that up there, and I guess he's gonna be sending in air from this end that'll help blow on the coals and burn hot enough to be able to heat the metal so that he can forge it. He has a commercial forge that he bought, a little one, but I guess it just doesn't do the job. Let's go inside and check out his workbench. Good job breaking up those leaves so they don't start a fire, huh? No. Doesn't want to do it. So here's his workbench. He's got all sorts of tools. Some he's bought himself from working. Others he's gotten as gifts from us and other family members. But he's got quite the workbench here. Here's a couple of knives or something or other that he's working on. There's a commercial forge that he used for about a year or so and has decided that he can build a better one. So that's his plan, and I'm all for it. He'll learn by trial and error what he can and can't get away with, and he's done some forging with it so far, so that's a good thing. Hey, Ma.
Sorry.
You're making noise coming down the stairs?
Sorry, I didn't know what you were doing.
Ben's out welding and cutting with his grinder, and of course there was leaves around, so I told him that he had to pick up the leaves before he started welding, and so that's what he's doing. You know, because he's all safety conscious. All right, I'm out of here before I get sand in my eyes. Next time you'll see me is down at the ranch. I'll be with my nephew Johnny. We'll be hunting hogs and doing some work. We'll see you there. Thanks for joining us.